Welcome back to another episode of Million Dollar Memberships, a limited edition series where I am helping you break free from the traditional one-on-one hustle and build a highly profitable and scalable group membership program inside of your business. So we are going to be getting into the most successful year to date. So really how to make sure that your members are actually successful inside of your membership, right? I think that this is something that a lot of people can stress over is they have the structure and they know what platform they're going to put their membership on and they have all these like logistic things, but then especially if it's your first time running a membership, especially if you're used to one-on-one, it can feel a little bit like oh my gosh, I'm not going to be providing as many touch points even though you are, but you can kind of just get that fear of how am I going to get people? How can I know I'm going to get people the results that I'm promising inside of this membership? And so that is what we're going to talk about here today. Because again, you can have the best marketing in the world. You can believe that you have the best program. You can have the best structure within your membership. But if you aren't actually clear on how to know if your members are going to get results, then your membership isn't going to stick around and last very long to get to that $1 million mark. So we're going to want to make sure that you are so clear on how to do this. So I call this the most successful year to date. So this is really how is your membership going to make the members inside have their most successful year to date? How are they going to get into your membership and just know that this is going to be the year that things actually change? This is the one thing that isn't just going to be another thing on their belt that they try, right? This is going to be the thing that is going to get them to what it is that they're wanting. So, what is your membership going to do for your ideal member specifically? That is a really important question to ask yourself here. We don't want broad, we don't want wide answers. We want very specifically, what is your membership going to do for people? How is your membership going to help them make their transition and become the best or the most successful year to date for them? Okay. So we have a little formula for this. And the formula goes like this. Who is your membership for? Okay. Who is your membership for? So this is your perfect member. Who is your membership for? What is the transition that they are going through specifically? So what we talked about on the last lesson, what transition are they going through specifically? And then what will they accomplish inside of your membership? Okay, so if you haven't done this before, and if you're really wanting to make sure that you know exactly how your membership is going to help people so that you can actually put in the pieces to make sure that that happens, this formula is gold. Make sure you write this down, you listen back. This is absolute gold. The next thing you want to start gathering in your arsenal is what personal and client story examples can you give to help paint the picture in their mind that this is actually possible for them too. So it's one thing to just be telling people, if you join my membership, you're going to get this, and this. But it's another thing to be like, if you join my membership, you're going to get this, and this. Here is how this is actually played out in someone else's life. Here is a client that I've actually worked with and I've used this strategy or I've used this curriculum or I've used this structure with them, whatever it is. And this is what it's done for them. This is how this can work for you too. All of a sudden, when you are able to sell your membership and really speak about your membership in a story format, it makes it a little bit more attainable and more realistic to the person, right? They can actually see themselves in the story, whatever the story is. And they might not even be in the exact same position as, say, let's just say you were giving a client example of how your client did X, Y, and Z through the formula that you use inside of your membership. They might not have been at that starting point that your client was at. Like they might not have the exact same starting point, but they're probably going to be able to relate to something within that story, whether it be the feelings that that person had before they started with you, or maybe something very similar to that that they're going to be able to relate to. And then they're going to actually see, oh, you have applied this to other people and it works. Okay, I trust now that you can do the same for me. So I'm going to give you an example from Million Dollar Memberships Club, which is my membership for people trying to build memberships inside of their business. There we go. So I give this is, I want to say first, I give full credit to Mighty Networks for this formula because this is something that they use on Mighty Networks, which is an amazing platform. And the founder of Mighty Networks came up with this as well. And it is something that I've personally used after I've learned it. And used inside of my marketing. And now I like to share it with you guys. So I always like to make sure that I'm giving that credit that I didn't come up with this exact formula, but it is just absolute gold. So that is where that came from. So this is our example for Million Dollar Memberships Club. We bring together established entrepreneurs who are sick of the one-on-one hustle, build highly profitable and scalable group membership programs, secure recurring revenue that hits their bank account each month on autopilot, and use the power of community and network to grow 10 times faster. So that's just a very clear who our membership is for, which is established entrepreneurs. It's a very clear transition that they are going through. So wanting to go from just working one-on-one, trying to find clients one-on-one every month, trying working themselves to the ground, working with one-on-one clients every month, to building highly profitable and scalable group membership programs inside of their business. So that's the transition. And then what will they accomplish inside of your membership? Well, they're going to secure recurring revenue that hits their bank account every month. And they're going to be able to grow 10 times faster in this community rather than doing it on their own because we work on collaboration, we work through community, we work through network so much to help you grow as well. So, this is another way that you can really paint the picture, and I'm going to explain it for Million Dollar Memberships Club. It's just easiest that way. And so, again, if you are watching this on YouTube, you can see our statement here. Then in order to get that result, right? So we are always painting the picture of what their year is going to look like. So for us, secure recurring revenue that hits their bank account and grow faster, right? That's kind of our promise inside of Million Dollar Memberships Club. You want to take that result, the thing that you're getting them, and then you want to even go further and you want to break down exactly how you're actually going to do that, right? Because again, it's one thing to say you're going to get them a result, but it's another thing to actually explain how you're going to get the result. So for us, we use the three S's, which is strategy, support, and sisterhood. Sisterhood being collaboration, networking, very curated. So for us, we use our Million Dollar Memberships curriculum. This is a very in-depth curriculum on everything you need to know to build your membership from zero. So platforms, just starting, how to market it, everything is in our curriculum. On top of that, we also have a lot of resources that are plug and play that you can just use inside of your own membership. So onboarding emails, offboarding emails, check-ins, everything that you would need inside or for your membership, we have it in there. And then we have personalized support through connection and working calls. So support is just like a pillar of this membership where we get on calls a few times a month, actually, and you get actual personalized support for your membership. You're not just thrown into another membership where it's like you only get the community support, which is great, but this is where you're actually able to get on the call with everyone else, with myself, and you're really able to bring your specific membership questions and what you're working on to the calls. So that is huge. And then we have co-working calls, which is just like another connection thing to have really everyone working together. We usually just have our sound off, cameras on. If you have questions ever, during that hour, you can just put them in the chat and I'm in there, other people are in there. It's just like a time for us to really get together. And if you're looking for, I don't know, a collaboration partner, you can put that in there when everyone's on as well. We also have curated networking and collaboration. So when you come into the membership, you're going to be assigned a success sister, which is basically just someone that you can really go through the membership with, someone that you can really connect with and who's kind of like a big sister in the program a little bit. And then on top of that, we have specific calls for networking. We have a specific area inside of the membership where you can put your networking or collaboration requests. Let's just say it is getting into the holiday season and you would love to partner up with some other entrepreneurs who have slightly different businesses than you, but might have the same kind of audience. Let's just say you're a fitness coach, and then let's just say someone else has a nail art membership where they teach other nail techs how to do nail art. You guys might definitely have the same audience, but you provide completely different services. So we have an area specifically inside of the membership where you can just put your collaboration request. Hey, holiday season is coming. I'm thinking of doing something like this. Is anyone else interested in this? Because the power of collaboration to grow your business is just absolutely priceless. It is, in my opinion, one of the most sustainable ways to grow your business. And so that is how we are so confident that this membership actually gets you that result because we know the pieces that we have inside of it that come into play in order to get you to that result, which all of these combined equals your $1 million membership. So one thing I would really say for you listening is if you haven't done any work like this, like if you're kind of just throwing your marketing out there and hoping that it sticks and you haven't actually dug deep to figure out what it is that you need to be saying, I really encourage you to do something like this. So really look and say, ask yourself, what does a day in their life look like a year from now? So your ideal client, your perfect member, if they come into your membership, what does a day in their life look like? And actually write it out. Like take a journal or your computer for little typers over here and actually write out, okay, this is what their day looks like. They wake up and they do this, then they do this. And like you're actually almost creating this human on paper is how I like to explain it to my clients. Really just pretend that you're almost making up a character and you're going through their entire day from start to finish. Paint the picture so clearly, get so descriptive. Like the more descriptive, the better, because this is not only going to allow you to connect to this person when you're marketing, but this is really then going to allow you to go back and make sure that your membership has everything that they need to actually get this result. And remember, this is why it's so important to be specific of what that result is actually going to be for your perfect member, right? Because if you are just so general, it is going to be very hard to get everything inside of your membership, be so confident that everything inside of your membership is going to get that person to that place. So the more specific, the better. So we have some examples here for $1 million membership clubs as well. So here are just some of the paint the picture examples to get you started. Even if you have a different niche than this is going to be some good examples to get you started. So for us, our perfect member a year from now, they're going to have their signature membership program completely set up with members inside. They're going to be able to generate predictable 5-figure months without constantly, oh my God, words, constantly hunting for new clients. They're going to run their entire membership from just 2 to 3 focused hours per week. They're going to have members eagerly renewing month after month without high pressure sales tactics. They're going to build a waitlist of ideal clients wanting to join their next enrollment period. They're going to have their members become their biggest promoters, filling spots through organic word of mouth. This one is huge for us. Wake up to membership payments notifications instead of chasing invoices. The actual vacation or take actual vacations with their membership while their membership is running smoothly on autopilot. I think I messed that sentence up. And scale their income without scaling their workload. So every single point in here, if you were to ask me, how am I actually going to do this? I would be able to tell you exactly how in the membership you're going to get to that result. So this is so important for you. I want you to really paint that picture, really go through what is your ideal client's year from now in terms of their day, in terms of what they're going to have in their life, like I just went through. And then you should be able to actually pinpoint in your membership how they're going to get to that result. So I had a client, JC, who just did this entire process so seamlessly and just did such an amazing job of it. And I want to give you an example for her because this is something that I think so many people are on the brink of this as well, but they just don't have that strategy to get there. So JC, she was making around $500 to $700 when we first started working together. She was a online fitness coach. She was doing the thing, she was creating content, but just nothing was really landing. When she started working with me, we obviously built a membership program out right away inside of her business. It was a higher ticket membership program. It wasn't a lower ticket. And then we went through a 5-day workshop training and then executed her first strategic launch. So I got her to really make sure that the first time she was selling her membership to her audience, she wasn't just putting it on Instagram stories and her posts and announcing it that she has this membership open. We did a very strategic build up to it, which took about 4 weeks to do. And by the way, this exact strategy is also found inside of our $1 million memberships club curriculum. So everyone who's inside of that membership gets this as well. And within 5 months, she had her first $15,000 cash month. So this wasn't just like contract sales, this was cash in hand. So her actual sales were way more than this. But she went from $500 a month to 15,000 cash 5 months later by doing this, and then it was just all up from there. So this is something that is so possible for you guys, and this is another reason why I believe so fully in memberships. And when they are built correctly, when they are executed correctly, when you have a really good sales system down for your membership, it is something that can just completely change your life, completely change your business. So, what I'm going to get you to do and what I encourage you to do is, again, just get so clear on your ideal members, your perfect members' day in their life a year from now. Get clear on what their day looks like. Get clear on what are those tactical things that they'll actually be able to do a year from now. And then our next lesson is going to be putting together the pieces and doing the structure and pricing for your memberships. So I will see you in the next lesson.